Who is to blame for the hate on immigrants and why? Oh, I like this one. The immigrants and the government. The shorts and sandals in the winter. Oh, wait, sorry, I read the first one wrong. The immigrants and the government for bringing them, and then it says the shorts and sandals in the winter. Bro, honestly, this is my thing with this. I think like the biggest hurdle of social media is that when they pinpoint certain, and this is just racism in general, is like when you pinpoint a specific case-by-case basis in terms of individuals, they generalize it to encompass the whole group of people. Like, I've seen videos where like, bro, I'm Indian, but I've also experienced...
Really?
Yeah. But I've also... I've talked about this before, where like I've experienced internal racism where it's like I'll do all Indian shows or like Desi crowds and they don't like me just because they feel like I'm not Indian enough. But it's almost the same mentality of like what the opposite is.
Nobody hates a group of people more than that group of people. Like 100%, at least like I'm Ethiopian, bro. In my community, like we'll tear each other apart, but we love each other. But it's like, goddamn, it's a lot of.
But I also think that's the pressure that a lot of people from, like, I hate this term, but like people of color, or like, you know what I mean, or like people
POCs.
yeah, BIPOC. But you know, but I just feel like the challenge with that is that like there's always a spotlight. So like even if one person from your group or community does something, it's always spotlighted to encompass the whole group of people. And I think like there are people that are coming here from India that are looking for better opportunities, that are looking for better career opportunities. Are there people that came here and exploited the systems? 100%. But those are those individuals. I think the harm is when it encompasses the whole community of people.
100%.
You know?
And I like that this person started out with the government first.
Yeah.
Because like, so many of these angry people are so misguided to just hate the group of people as opposed to actually recognize the situation, right? Because like, isn't it just the government? Like, this is all by design, no? And I feel like now we're just starting to hate each other and infighting and all this shit, and while the world just keeps getting destroyed more and more. Like, it doesn't make sense, but it does if you think about it on a geopolitical sense. Oh, smart nigga, please.
Quit that.
I was just gonna add to that and say like, yeah, bro. Like I think the other thing is like there aren't arguments that I don't see that I don't agree with. It's just when it turns into like ignorant talk that becomes stupid. Like, do I think we need better screening process? Yes. Do I think we need to focus on citizens of the country first and figure out how the fuck do we make our system better before letting other people come in? Yes, because it would be better for everyone. You know what I mean? But then when it spews into like all this shit justification of like why you're allowed to be racist, that's the part I don't agree with. You know, I think like if it's talking about policies and people and things that are better for everyone living in the country as a whole, that's different.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah.
Yo, you guys share the mic and I'll keep this one. Yo, this is starting to get awkward. Oh, give me that one. Give me this one. By the way, this is the part of the show where you guys can absolutely chime in. So if you have something you want to add to this, like feel free. You know what I mean? Not to pressure you guys. You're all looking at me now. Yeah, Thea, you got anything you want to add to that one, or you want to?
No, I mean, I agree. I think like most things are systemic issues that are through the people that we've elected, and the country that we built was never really built for us, right? It was built for white men, and so.
What?
I think like we're going to face problems as we like expand and become more multicultural. I think the problem that I see now is like with the way that we treat immigrants as a society. I think like we look back. My family immigrated here in the 70s, and they were so grateful, and that was like. The mentality that we still want people to have is to be grateful to be here. And it's like, as people get rights, like, I'm not grateful to be in these spaces because I'm a woman. I should be here, you know, and these immigrants should be here, and they don't have to come on their knees kissing the ground, you know. And I think that shift into like more people being here and it being less of a like thank you and more of a like, yes, like let's make this everything, like all of us are settlers here, you know, and immigrated here at some point, and so treating it with the same kind of, oh my god, I'm still recording this, crazy. It's treating it with the same, like, I guess, respect levels that the white people had when they came here. Like, they don't like to see that in a brown face, and so we have to change our mentality that these people don't have to kiss the ground when they get here.
That's what I thought you were gonna talk about, and then you talked about waxing pussy lips, and then I thought you were about to cook. You did, yeah.
Yo, Thea, pull one up.
Does anyone have any thoughts on that though? I just wanted to. I'm curious.
Yeah, this feels like a lecture now.
Yeah, I have a question.
Yes.
Yeah.
So Zeus, you made a comment about people in the group not liking people in the group the most. I think something along those lines.
Yeah, like a lot of infighting. Like you.
Like a lot of infighting, right? So how do we shift that? I would like
Interesting.
your thoughts on that. How do we? Because I see it in all communities.
Yeah.
Black community, Indian community, Asian community.
Correct. I mean that about all communities.
Right,
Like,
for sure. So
like Asians hate Asians the most, but like, you know, and it's like subgroups, right? Like, because you know your group the most, so you know all the little things that piss you off, and then you just spot it in all your people. From what I've experienced though, it is more of a generational thing, yeah? Like, especially for us, all like, we have parents who immigrated here, we just said, yeah, so us growing up here kind of changes the paradigm, I think. Like, it seems a lot healthier from my engagement with like my friends and stuff, of people who have immigrated here. It kind of seems to be carrying forward a little more healthier. Like, we're kind of shedding all that toxic. Everybody's right now on the wave of healing, yeah? Like, it's more information is being known about like triggers and all these weird little like subtle things that you just kind of move through life not understanding, like, why am I like this? Like, I was so angry when I was young until I actually sat down, you know, and then like, why am I so angry type shit. I don't know if that answered your question exactly, but to me, I think it just kind of sheds generationally, but then also the new generations pick up their own bullshit, you know what I mean? So it kind of is the way of life, I think. You know?
I don't know. I disagree. I think I think what we need is people like not closing the door behind them. There's a lot of that mentality, and I think with comedy specifically, like you're breaking that by allowing me to be up here and
Allowing you?
well, giving me the opportunity. You know what I mean? Like I think like we need to have.
You see?
You're right. Sorry, drugging me and bringing me here. Yes, putting me in the back of your van.
Don't drink the pudding.
But I think that we need to, like, as a you can't, like, close the door behind your own people. And then Zeus does that in comedy, and a lot of people do that. But you need to extend that wider.
Yeah, I think a huge part about it, too, is just, like the internal thing you were talking about. I think a lot of that also starts with, and I say this in a way, I don't want to make it sound like I'm fucking trying to empathize with people that are ignorant, but I mean, like, I'm talking about my family specifically, right? Like, extending some kind of compassion and also understanding where their mindset, where their education is at. Because my wife is
people where they're at?
Yeah, like, my wife is Guyanese, and if you talk to people from India, from my parents' generation, they have no idea what that is. Like, they don't know, like, the history of West Indians. They don't know the diaspora. Like, they think, like, somehow they're a superior caste because they didn't get sent to, like, when the colonizers came. And I'm like, that's crazy, bro. Like, you know what I mean? So I think that, to me, like, in the beginning, it was hard because even getting my family to accept her and her cultural background was a hardship. But, like, getting through that, they see the commonalities and they're like, oh, they eat roti? Like, their roti is different. I'm like, yeah, what the fuck did you think we were? You know what I mean? Like, so I think that was kind of the part of it, which is, like, sometimes, like, meeting people where they're at and, like, rather than jumping at blame, being like, okay, I can see why you thought that way, but let me show you a different perspective, you know?
Thea, you pulled the last one.
Yeah.
All right. We'll do a couple more of these. You guys still good? Yeah. Oh yeah, bro.
You know
All
my
right.
vibes.
You did it?
No, I didn't. You want me to?
Oh yeah, please. Hey, I'm gonna give you something after. I'm gonna give you something after the show.
I was being submissive, but thank you. I need a way home, you know?
The pudding is starting to kick in. You see?